Hmong shamanism is more than just a practice. For the Hmong, shamanism is a religion that represents who they are as a tribal group. Like all other religion, Hmong worship their shaman just as others worship their gods or goddesses. So what is a shaman? Shaman is a spiritual healer that meditates between the spiritual and natural world. A shaman is chosen by the ancestors. Once chosen, the individual goes through a life and death experience. Depending on the type of shaman the individual will become, the length of their experience can last as long as 1 to 3 years. There is more than one type of shaman. The most common shaman is the regular shaman, in translation, Ning Ling Gao. Besides the regular shaman, there are Buddha shamans, and translation, Ning Ting Sha. The difference between these shamans is the equipment needed for their performance. The Buddha shaman does not use animal sacrifices, while the regular shaman does. To distinguish the difference between the two shamans is the hood they wear. The Buddha shaman wears a black hood, while the regular shaman wears a red hood. To become a shaman is not easily attained by those that want to. Both of these shamans are chosen by their ancestors to heal the sick. The gift of becoming a shaman is passed down every generation. If one parent inherits the gift of being a shaman, then it is also likely that their children will also inherit this gift as well. This gift can come to the individual at any time, any age, and be given to male or female. Aside from the two shamans mentioned earlier, there are also shamans that use only objects. These shamans are the broom shaman, Ningong Jua, broom shaman, Ningong Dia, and powdered rice shaman, Ningong Chao. Most of these shamans can learn their skills or inherit their skills. They can also heal the sick, just like the regular and Buddha shaman. The only difference that separates them from the regular and Buddha shaman is their objects. The object shaman uses their broom, spoon, or rice powder to help guide them through the spiritual world. As the Buddha and regular shaman, they have guiding spirits that will lead them to the spiritual kingdom. Although there are differences between the object shamans, the regular and Buddha shamans, there are two important requirements they all must have. The first thing a shaman needs is their masters. The master play an important role for a starter shaman. The master is to become their trainer and protector. In many cases, there have been shamans that performed and were not able to return back to the natural world. There are a few that passed as a result of their performance because they do not have a master. In most situations, when a shaman is able to come back due to the help of their masters, the shaman later becomes mentally retarded as a result. The second requirement a shaman needs is their own stand. A shaman's stand consists of equipment as follows: 3 cups of holy water, translation, Deja. The holy water is to raise the patient's spirits back up from their bodies. 4 sets of donut-like bells, translation, Juning. The bells are used to capture the lost spirit. And a set of buffalo horn, translation, Gaw. The buffalo horn is used to indicate if the spirit has returned to the patient's body. In the back of the stand, there will be 2 bowls of rice. One bowl will have an egg on top and one without. The egg on top of the rice is a statue that guards the stand and acts as a messenger for the shaman. The rice in the bowl is the shelter provided for the shaman's guiding spirit and his or her horse. All of the equipment are necessary in order for a shaman to perform their rituals and find the spirits of the lost soul. In each individual, there are 36 spirits. In translation, and there are 12 shadow spirits. In translation, the 36 basic spirits are our hair, fingernails, intestines, eyes, ears, nose, and etc. The 12 shadow spirits is our main body part, such as our legs, chest, back, feet, neck, head, and etc. Because we have so much spirits and can lose them easily, individuals are always encouraged to call their spirits to go back home with them when they are in unfamiliar places. Knowing a bit about Hmong shamanism, let's look into how shaman and healthcare providers play a role in treating their patients. For shamans, the first step is to perform a ritual to assess the illness of their patient. After performing the ritual, the shaman will specify certain days for the patient to get well. If the condition of their patient improves, a second ritual is performed. The second performance requires the sacrifice of an animal, use of incense sticks, and paper money. These items are needed to negotiate with other spirits in exchange for the lost soul. When the first and second ritual is accomplished, but for whatever reason the patient's condition has not yet improved, the primary shaman will refer their patient to a specialist shaman. In order to appropriately pick the specialist shaman, another step has to be followed. To choose a specialist shaman, there are 3 methods that can be done. One way is to use a bowl of water filled with an egg and 3 soybeans. Second way is to use a bowl of water filled with an egg and 3 grains of rice. The third way is to use 2 chopsticks in a bowl filled with water. Using 3 of these methods will give the same result. With the bowl of water filled with a grain or soybeans, the result will make the grain or soybean rise, no matter how long the egg spins around the water. As for the chopstick, it will also stand straight up in the water. When the right shaman has been picked, the patient will set up an appointment to see the specialist shaman. In similar ways to the shaman, doctors would also assess their patients. Some doctors would order labs and tests to be done before giving a diagnosis. Drugs are prescribed to the patient. A follow-up appointment is scheduled to evaluate the patient's condition. If the patient does not improve, the doctor will refer their patient to a specialist based on their illness or their needs. A shaman not only refers their patient to specialist shaman, but given the best healthcare system we have now, a shaman will also refer their patient to see doctors as well. When they sense that their patient is not sick due to spirits, there has been collaboration of shaman and doctors working together and treating patients. Hopefully, in the near future, there will be more collaboration to improve the patient's physical and spiritual well-being.